Now to this happening Friday, the embattled Secretary of State facing criminal charges for misusing campaign contributions will propose new campaign finance rules. Dianna Duran is charged with embezzlement and fraud for allegedly using campaign funds to feed a gambling habit. Her office plans to present a slate of proposals that regulate how candidates can spend money that is donated to them. They were already working on the package of reforms when Duran was charged. There will be a public hearing for the proposals come this Friday. We turn to this developing story this morning. Federal officials are investigating a high-level security breach involving the personal emails of two top national security officials. Authorities are trying to locate the anonymous hacker who they say broke into the emails of CIA Director John Brennan and Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson. In response, the White House called on Congress to pass cybersecurity legislation held up in the Senate. A new mobile ticketing app for the New Mexico Rail Runner is in the works. Rail Runner officials say soon passengers will be able to use the app to buy tickets and check on the status of the train. They say the Rail Runner will also introduce a new, easy-to-use online ticketing system.
Well, people will be able to enter all of their contact information and their credit card information and store it. And then when they want to purchase a ticket in the future, they can basically just hit a quick button.
So the app is expected to launch at the end of the year. You can check out all the details right now through our KRQE News app. A teen is back home this morning after Albuquerque police open space officers found him. This after his bike ran out of gas while riding with his dad near the Puerco this weekend. They got a call Sunday at sundown from the father who said he and his son got separated while riding dirt bikes out there. Officers say they combed the valley. They found the boy's bike out of gas. They followed footprints to the boy. They found him dehydrated, but he is otherwise okay. A top pick, Taos Ski Valley, was recently named a staff favorite in Free Skier magazine, but there was no mention of a New Mexico ski destination in the magazine's list of top resorts. News 13's Catherine Mazzone spoke to the tourism department for their take on this. She joins us with the details. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Crystal. Now, the staff pick begins by describing Taos skiing as unlike any other shred experience in the United States. It goes on to say skiers come to Taos for the highest quality, bone-dry snow and abundant steeps. Pretty flattering, right? Well, then why wasn't it mentioned in a list of top resorts?
New Mexico has received some really incredible attention for our skiing from some other lists. So while we may not get all the credit we deserve, we certainly have a right to succeed there, and we'll just keep on fighting.
Tourism Secretary Rebecca Latham says no mention of New Mexico just means we have more work to do to get Taos and other New Mexico resorts on the map. But she's right in saying we've made other top lists. In fact, National Geographic named Taos one of the 25 best ski towns in the world. Plus, the staff pick in Free Skier magazine touts Taos as a unique ski destination, plugging the opportunity to ski its 12,000 feet peak while, quote, staring out at a red desert floor below. Now, other resorts that made the staff's top pick list include Crested Butte, Colorado, Sun Valley, Idaho, and Grand Targhee, Wyoming. And the top resort, Whistler Blackcomb in British Columbia. Crystal, back to you.
All right, thanks, Catherine. Now, we'll tell you how the tourism department is pushing New Mexico as a ski destination with the release of new ad campaign that's coming up in our next half hour. New this morning, a missing college student is recovering in the hospital after being missing for nearly 3 days. But what's even more impressive is the work his friends put in to find him. Video captures the moments EMT realized the man they're working on was Jimmy Hubert, the missing Georgia Tech student. Hubert vanished Friday night after he walked away from a fraternity party. After friends could not find him, they used the feature known as Find My iPhone to track the tech student to a stretch of railroad tracks. That's where he was lying on the ground. Hubert says a group of homeless men beat him up after he left the party. Meanwhile, police are looking into his claim. To begin with breaking overnight news this morning, Albuquerque police are sorting through the details of an auto theft case that could have taken a violent turn. Officers say they found a stolen motorcycle parked in front of a house in northeast Albuquerque last night. They say the man who was riding it took off. After officers gave chase, they noticed that man had a gun. They say he tried to take it out. Officers were able to take him down before that happened. APD is now waiting on a warrant to gather more information on this case. The suspect's name has not been released at this time. Happening today, the child molestation trial for a former top APS official continues in Colorado. Jason Martinez is facing 4 charges after Colorado police say he molested 2 boys. The incidents happened before APS hired him without doing a background check. He resigned back in August. It will be the defense's turn to present its arguments today in court. Some Northeast Albuquerque residents are fed up this morning, saying their neighborhood is used like a drag strip. Residents who live near San Mateo and Montgomery say cars zip past with no regard for the 20-mile-an-hour sign. There is a lot of people out there walking or riding bikes, and there's concern someone will get run over. One man has taken his complaint to the city to no avail.
If there was at least one cop here, maybe twice a week, I think that would even help a little bit.
I hear what they're saying, and I think as a result of those concerns, we wanted to come up with an enhanced program.
So the city says the best solution is to head to its website to file complaints. Then it will conduct a traffic study to see what solutions are needed. To learn more about this, head on over to our KRQE News app and look up our story. A woman visiting the land of enchantment to bask in our beautiful bike trails is stuck looking for her stolen wheels instead this morning. Zoe Taylor says she builds her own custom bicycles to ride trails across the Southwest. During a stop here in Albuquerque, she says this unique bike was stolen right off her car's rack in broad daylight near Louisiana and Montgomery.
I'm going to have to replace this piece right here, and I've tried bending this back, but I can't really straighten it out, which makes me wonder how in the hell they even pulled the bike off of there.
So Taylor is now on her way to Arizona this morning, but says she's still hoping to get that bicycle back. We turn now to a live look out of Washington, D.C. this morning. The White House is warning some long-awaited upgrades for the healthcare exchange could take more time. 2 of the most wanted tools are on hold right now. One is a new doctor lookup feature. The other lets shoppers check to see if a plan covers their prescriptions. The feds say they're waiting to make sure the data they're getting from insurance companies is correct before launching the new tools. No date on when they will be up and running. Open enrollment does start November 1st. This morning, Oscar Pistorius is officially under house arrest. The double amputee Olympian was released from prison yesterday after serving 263 days behind bars. Pistorius was convicted last year of culpable homicide in the killing of his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp. Prosecutors have appealed the culpable homicide verdict and will go after Pistorius at South Africa's Supreme Court in November. They are still seeking a murder conviction in this case. Happening today, the team tasked with creating a plan to monitor the Gold King mine spill is expected to release its long-term monitoring plan. The plan will be open for public comment for 30 days starting today. The multi-agency impact review team was put together after the spill. The EPA accidentally released millions of gallons of mine waste into the Animas River in Colorado. You might remember that. Rivers in New Mexico and in Utah were also polluted. The cooler temps mean only one thing: we are getting closer to ski season. You don't have to tell New Mexicans how great the skiing is here, but when it comes to garnering attention from neighboring states, tourism officials say we still have a ways to go. That's why they're taking a new bold approach to marketing New Mexico skiing. News 13's Catherine Mazzone has the details.
This is New Mexico, where the skiing is still wild and free.
It's something we may not think about.
Oftentimes in New Mexico, we don't even consider that we can compete with Colorado as a ski destination. And people think of the Rockies, they think of Colorado.
But New Mexico's tourism department is hoping to change that with one bold statement.
This is New Mexico, where the Rockies begin.
The point in saying that New Mexico is where the Rockies begin is our opportunity to bring attention to the fact that we have great skiing.
Tourism Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Latham says this campaign is designed to bring attention to New Mexico as a ski destination, bucking misconceptions amongst neighboring states that New Mexico has a climate similar to Phoenix,
where we love the sun, but go crazy for the storm.
But Latham says it's not just about skiing. She says New Mexico's appeal extends beyond the ski hill.
And there's a lot of great culture and cuisine and really authentic New Mexico true experiences.
And their new ad speaks to that too.
Where chili fires us up.
Catherine Mazzone, KRQE News 13.
Mexico's tourism department says its New Mexico True campaign is delivering a 7-to-1 return on investment. They say they have every reason to believe these ads will be equally effective, and we hope they are. New this morning, we're getting the story behind the dash cam video that shows a driver slamming into a motorcyclist. Take a look at this. The video has gotten millions of views on Facebook. Now the man behind the wheel of that white car you just saw there is offering an explanation. He says a spider bit him. But the biker nor police are buying that story. They think he did this intentionally. He is expected in court this morning facing 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Each carries a possible penalty of 20 years.